Welcome to another episode of S&M. I'm Your Money Mistress, and we're talking sex and money. Those two main reasons relationships break down. Ultimately, your performance in one of these areas usually affects the other, be it first in the bedroom or your bank balance. Then, your mental and physical health declines, affecting your work and other areas of your life. To live a life free of financial burden and full of healthy intimacy, you need to use the C word. Communicate or end up separating. It's your choice. Tonight, Tanya chooses to have her wallet whipped into shape because she's already separated. She now wants to spend more time and money with the new man in her life. She is on good money. She has big plans. So let's find out why Tanya thinks she is where she is. Tanya, what level of financial fitness are you at the moment?
Scale of 1 to 10, around about a 5 or a 6.
Why is that?
The choices that I made in my early 20s are a result of where I am now financially.
Share with us, what were those choices?
Bad relationships, merging of finances, when I should have been, I don't know, maybe buying a house or settling down.
So you told me earlier that you were married?
Correct.
And when you separated, you ended up with an STD, the worst kind of sexually transmitted debt.
I did.
So how much in savings did you lose?
About 10 to 15,000, and at 23 that was a lot of money to me.
That's actually very good to have that in savings. There are a lot of 23-year-olds that wouldn't even have that.
Yeah.
If you, like me, I know it's $23 a week for my car and my motorbike for registration. You put that in every single column. At the bottom, it will give you a cash flow for the week. That carries over to the next week. In the meantime, your money is building up in your account. You go, how is it I've got hundreds of dollars in my account? But that's because your registration is coming up. Do not live by your bank balance. So many people do, and that is their downfall. How much do you spend on entertainment a week?
Oh, maybe $200-300 a week.
Is that helping you get towards your farm?
No, I'm having fun.
In 5 years' time, when you look back and you see that you only have a few $1,000s towards a property, but you've had lots of good nights out, that's fantastic. Are you going to regret it?
I think I will.
But people don't realise the pain, seriously, the pain of where they'll be in 20 or 30 years' time if they don't change their ways. Invest in your greatest piece of real estate, that grey matter between your ears, and then you'll be financially free. At the moment, you're not happy with your financial results so far. Do you realise you're going to have to do something different in order to get different results?
Yes, I do.
Okay. The reward, I guarantee it, for doing what others don't do is that you will have what others don't have. You will be financially free. And this is the irony of it. The irony of it is that once you are financially free, money doesn't become important. Everything that's important to you is in here and up here. And I think you've realised that with breast cancer, haven't you?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Were you looking down the barrel of death?
Yes, I was.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are ready to make some changes.
Yep.
What I'm going to do is put this on you.
Okay.
I'm going to put this on, and when I take it off, you'll be in my world. Welcome to my world, Tanya. The people here are emotionally, physically and financially fit. They communicate freely with their partner, and therefore they have sizzling sex and more money in their relationships. There are rules in this world. First one is you do not speak unless spoken to. Is that clear?
Yes, mistress.
Do you feel out of control, Tanya?
Yes.
Yes, what?
Yes, mistress.
You are slow to learn, aren't you?
Yes, mistress.
It's all right, you're in the same boat as many other people, very slow to learn about their finances. You're chained at the moment. That's a physical chain that will come off. What about your chains of debt? Are you in debt, Tanya?
Yes, mistress.
To who?
To my family, mistress.
Is that causing strain?
Sometimes, mistress.
You spend a lot on entertainment, don't you, Tanya?
Yes, mistress.
Why do you do that?
It's fun, mistress.
So is sex, Tanya. Hi guys, how are you?
Hi, how are you, mistress?
Good, thank you. You may recall Pennie and Alan met later in life. Pennie had 5 children from previous relationships, and Alan's only asset was a big motorbike that he'd bought with his redundancy. Pennie made most of the financial decisions because Alan had a blasé attitude that money wasn't important. Is that right, Alan? Then you were going to consolidate your insurances?
Yes, also did that. And that was a very worthwhile exercise because after doing that, gauged that was probably saving $3,000 a year.
Pennie, you were going to change your language to include words such as abundance, generosity and expand.
Every morning when I log into my computer, my keyword is abundance. So I have that reminder every day about thinking abundance, and then abundance will come. And it happens too. It happens in the garden as well.
And in other places. I get the benefit of it right across the board.
Thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you, Money Mistress.
Yes, I'll be seeing you again. While Pennie and Alan are off seeing a financial planner, let's go back to Tanya. You see, Tanya doesn't realise that it's not her numbers that are the problem, it's her mindset. The way she thinks determines the lifestyle she leads and therefore how much money she needs. She's lucky that her $15,000 debt is not credit card debt at 18%. Otherwise, she would be paying about $12,000 in interest by the time she paid off that credit card. So Tanya, we've come up with a plan here in my world. When you get back to your world, you'll have temptation. So I'm going to give you a box of goodies, something to help you along your path. When you feel tempted to spend unnecessarily, just to fill that empty void, self-discipline, my girl. Look inside the box, look inside yourself, and you'll find that you don't need to spend money to feel good. I look forward to seeing you in a few weeks' time.
Thank you, Money Mistress.
Thank you, Tanya. The positive to Pennie and Alan's situation is that they are great communicators with healthy intimacy. Next time, we'll be dealing with their subconscious minds, that part of the brain that is like the iceberg below the surface. Which actually leads me to this week's question. It's from Beth in Cairns, and she asks, why aren't I good with my money if my auntie always taught me to save? Good question. So I asked Beth, what sort of lady was your auntie? Beth's first answer, she died a rich old lady and left us lots of money. I thanked Beth and I said, what sort of lady was your auntie? Was she exciting and fun and generous with her money? Beth said no. She was a Scrooge, a boring old lady. And I told her that's why she's not good with her money. Beth associated having lots of money as having to be like her auntie, which obviously you don't want to be like. What Beth needs to do is find examples of people who are generous with their money, who are fun to be around and exciting. There are lots of them out there. So if you have a question for Your Money Mistress, contact me via yourmoneymistress.com or call 1300 Whippet. If your question is chosen, you'll get a copy of my book, The Bedside Guide to S&M, How to Have Sizzling Sex and More Money in Your Relationship. And you'll also get a double pass to the next Bad Debt Boot Camp. How are you?
Good, thanks, Money Mistress. How you going?
I'm good. I believe you've just seen Pennie and Alan.
Yeah, I certainly have. Look, we spent some time going over their money habits and attitudes, and it's really interesting to see that Pennie came out with a targeted goals habitude as her dominant habitude, and as most couples do, Alan had a more free-spirited and spontaneous habitude that came through as his dominant habitude. So it's quite interesting in the dynamic as their relationship, or they've come together as a partnership.
The other thing is, you mentioned with regards to your cash matters, money in and money out. I talk about an ideal financial weight. Everyone has a body weight that they like, but they don't think about their financial weight. How much money do they want in their bank account? What income do they want coming in? And what do they want their expenses to be? Well, thank you very much for coming in. And
Pleasure.
I'm sure we'll be seeing you again.
Definitely.
So that was your spanking for this week. What tip will you take away and what changes will you make? Next week, we look at a young family struggling to pay the bills. They think that more money will fix their money problems. We check in with Helen. She turned her situation around by $3,000 in 4 weeks. She was one of these people spending money to look wealthy. Now she dominates her debt and pampers her partner to feel fantastic. Until then, remember, disobeying your money mistress is detrimental to your financial health. Next,